Finding Light After Darkness, a story of healing from campus violence. Trauma Part 2, The Path to Healing, Recovery and Growth. Dr. Rodriguez's words marked the beginning of Maya's journey toward reclaiming her life. In that campus wellness workshop, surrounded by fellow survivors, she learned that healing wasn't about forgetting or getting over it. It was about learning to carry the experience without being crushed by its weight. The first tools Dr. Rodriguez shared were grounding techniques designed to help when the past invaded the present. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding method. Things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. Things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. This technique became Maya's lifeline. When panic threatened to overwhelm her during a particularly triggering moment in the library, Maya would ground herself by noticing the grain of the wooden table, the sound of pages turning, the faint smell of coffee from a nearby student's cup. Bilateral stimulation, butterfly hugs. Cross your arms over your chest and tap alternately on your shoulders. This simple technique helped process traumatic memories by engaging both sides of the brain, creating a sense of integration and calm. Maya practiced this in her dorm room, finding that the rhythmic movement helped quiet the chaos in her mind. Box breathing 4-4-4-4 method. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. Hold empty for 4 counts. Repeat the cycle. This breathing technique helped Maya regulate her nervous system during moments of high anxiety. She could use it anywhere, sitting in class when her heart started racing, lying in bed when sleep felt impossible, or walking across campus when hypervigilance kicked in. Perhaps the most important lesson was understanding that healing isn't linear. Some days, Maya woke up feeling stronger, able to attend classes and engage with friends. Other days, the weight of trauma pressed down like a heavy blanket, making even basic tasks feel insurmountable. Dr. Rodriguez assured them this was normal. Recovery looked like a zigzag line, not a straight path upward. Maya began implementing small, achievable goals, rather than trying to return to her pre-trauma productivity levels overnight. Instead of attempting to write entire essays, she committed to reading just 1 page per day. When the dining hall felt too overwhelming with its crowds and noise, she went with Jessica for just 15 minutes during off-peak hours. Each small success built confidence, proving to her nervous system that she was capable of moving forward. The breakthrough came when Maya finally accepted help from the campus counseling center. Her initial resistance had been strong. She worried about being labeled, about admitting she couldn't handle this alone. But her therapist, Dr. Kim, specialized in trauma and understood the unique challenges faced by violence survivors. Together, they worked with EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, a therapeutic approach that helped Maya process the traumatic memories while maintaining her strength. During sessions, Dr. Kim guided Maya through recalling the incident while following her finger with her eyes, a process that seemed simple but proved remarkably effective at reducing the emotional charge of the memories. They also engaged in cognitive restructuring, identifying and challenging the thoughts that kept Maya trapped in cycles of fear and self-blame. "I should have done more to help others," became, "I survived a terrifying situation and did the best I could with the information I had." "It's not safe anywhere," transformed into, "While bad things can happen, most places and most days are safe. I'll never feel normal again," evolved into, "I'm learning new ways to feel strong and whole." The work was difficult, often leaving Maya emotionally drained after sessions. But gradually, she began noticing changes. The hypervigilance softened from a constant scream to an occasional whisper. Sleep became more restorative. Academic work, while still challenging, no longer felt impossible. Maya also discovered the healing power of connection. She joined a support group specifically for students affected by campus violence, finding strength in shared experience and mutual understanding. She started journaling, allowing her thoughts and feelings to flow onto paper without judgment. Most surprisingly, she began volunteering with the Campus Safety Initiative, not from a place of trauma and fear, but from empowerment and a desire to help create positive change. Her relationship with her family also evolved. Regular family therapy sessions helped bridge the gap between her experience and their desire to support her. Her parents learned about trauma responses and how to provide comfort without trying to fix her pain. Maya learned to communicate her needs more clearly, helping them understand when she needed space versus when she needed presence. 6 months later, Maya stood before her English literature class, presenting her research on post-traumatic growth, the phenomenon where individuals don't just recover from trauma, but actually develop new strengths, deeper relationships, and greater appreciation for life. Her voice was steady, her message clear and hard-won through experience. Surviving trauma doesn't just mean returning to who you were before, she concluded, looking out at her classmates with genuine conviction. Sometimes it means discovering strength, compassion, and resilience you never knew you had. The goal isn't to forget what happened, but to integrate it into a life that's meaningful and full of purpose. The scared, isolated student who could barely leave her dorm room had transformed into someone who could help others navigate their own darkness, not by erasing the trauma, but by learning to carry it with grace. Resources for healing and support, evidence-based treatment methods, EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, highly effective for processing traumatic memories. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps restructure negative thought patterns. Trauma-focused, CBT, specifically designed for trauma survivors. Prolonged exposure therapy, gradual, controlled exposure to trauma reminders in a safe environment. Crisis resources, National Suicide Prevention, Lifeline, 988, Crisis Text Line. Text HOME to 741-741. SAMHSA, National Helpline, 1-800-662-HELP, 4357. Self-help techniques, grounding exercises, 5-4-3-2-1. Sensory technique, progressive muscle relaxation, mindfulness and breathing, box breathing, 4-4, 4-4 count, body scan, bilateral stimulation, butterfly hugs, alternating tapping, routine and structure, small achievable daily goals for families. National Center for PTSD, ptsd.va.gov. Family Resources section, family support groups through local hospitals or community centers, educational resources about trauma responses to understand their loved one's experience. Remember, healing is not linear, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness.